Wow, it's kind of difficult and tough to wrap my mind around things. I'm an imperfect human being, and I've failed myself countless times. And I mean, time and time again, I've done so many things wrong, repeatedly, over and over and over again. And I come from a solid background, you know, pretty much have some good structures, implemented to help guide me along and show me and point me in the right direction. But even that was lacking some things. There's still some things that I needed to learn on my own once I got out there and started to look at life and just basically trying to find relationship and find a partner. And loyalty is not cheap. It's difficult to put yourself out there when you know that you yourself are unhealthy. You yourself are lacking so many things. There are so many things about you that, will cancel you out from being that perfect mate. What has happened to our world where kindness is considered weakness? Loyalty is unwanted. You have to have so many encounters with so many different partners, and sometimes that can be considered a good or bad thing depending on the person sitting across from you. Lacking that state of mind where you're unable to provide emotional support when you haven't learned that disqualifies you. So if you find someone that's genuinely and sincerely and honestly going to be there for you, be loyal to you, be down to roll with you, male or female, someone that got your back when it comes to being faithful and loyal, honest, when they're going to understand and understand that your imperfection is what make you great. The things that you endured when you were a young man or a young woman is what defines you and help home in and enhance your character. The things that your forefathers taught you, your mother, your father, your aunts, uncles, and neighbors taught you and showed you. Not everything that you saw will be there to assist you. Some of it will be there to show you, and you have to decipher and decide what you're going to take and what is going to be influential, because ultimately you are responsible. You have to make that choice. You have to decide whether you're going to do this or not, how it's going to impact and affect and influence you, so that you can be that wonderful wife or husband for that person. Because both of you are imperfect, and together you bring out the best in each other, regardless, because there's no such thing as bringing out the best or worst in someone, because they're all unknown. We put too many boundaries and have too many restrictions on loyalty and love. Like, you have to be mindful, like, someone wants to be with you because you have to be financially right, you have to be emotionally right, you have to have all these quality and meet all these different criteria. And that's like a perfect human being. And from the jump, we are known that you're not gonna meet a perfect person. There's no such thing as a perfect person. There's no such thing as someone that has it all and know it all and can meet all those needs. Because can you meet all those needs and things, all that expectation that you're placing on someone's shoulders? Can you meet those requirements? Can you satisfy every need? And unfortunately, some of those things are required for having a healthy, successful relationship. But it's the little things that count, the little thing that matters, the tiny gestures, waking up in the morning and just saying hi, or getting up a few minutes earlier and, walking in with breakfast in bed or coffee, or giving them space to meditate, taking out the trash, helping with the laundry, gentle touch, smiles, cuddling, little things like that that you do. Those are the things that brings it at home and helps to keep it grounded. And trust me, I'm not perfect. I don't know all that stuff. I'm the last person to be trying to provide advice, because I was married for a short time. And the little that I am trying to profess and put out there is the little that I've learned along the way. Things that people have told me and instructed me when I'm doing wrong, trying to correct me, point out like, well, you shouldn't say this, or don't say this, or when you're having a conversation with your homies, don't impose too much information on them, because ultimately they can use that against you and your relationship. So you have to be mindful of everything that you say and do. You have to hold yourself accountable. So if you find someone who is like straight up down to forgive you and be with you for who you are, and they see the brilliant things that you're capable of doing, whether you have $1 million or not, whether you're broke or not, and they're willing to stick with you, whether you have it all or not, and they're willing to stick with you and be there for you, do whatever you can to keep that special person in your life. Because remember, ultimately the best thing we can do is change, and we're not changing for them, we're changing for the greater good of yourself, so that you can be the best person for yourself. Because ultimately that's going to bring you happiness, it's going to bring you joy, it's going to make you feel awesome, because people are going to be able to see it's a recognizable trait when you're evolving and becoming this brilliant, phenomenal, extraordinary human being. You inspire them, you ignite them to where they want some of that. So I hope this inspires someone to know that if you have that special person that's willing to work with you, accept all your imperfection, all your character defects, and they still want to stay and be with you, do whatever it takes to meet their needs and match them and change and evolve and become the better you for yourself and for them, so that you can enjoy that ride. Because ultimately, being there and being able to have someone that will ride it out with you for the rest of your days and share memory and time with you, because that's what it is. It shouldn't be about all this other stuff, materialistic thing. Those things come and go. You can have $1 million, you can be a millionaire or a billionaire, lose all of it. You have to realize that, if the person's there with you and you lose all that and they're gone, then it sucks that they were only there for the good times. But we have to recognize and realize that having all that stuff meant that they know what to do, so that can be gained again. It's awesome to be able to start with nothing and acquire all of it together, and when you look back and reflect, like, you can say, yo, we did that, we did this, and we both learned how to do that. We inspire each other to get there. So hold on, fight for it, because there's not too many of us willing to go the distance for love anymore. It's all about whether you meet their needs and that, and it's sad that that's what has happened. And unfortunately, that's what we're teaching our kids and showing the younger generation, and we're creating a gap, a distance, and we're not improving the situation for them, and that breaks my heart ultimately. So coming from someone who is not perfect and have done so many wrong things, I hope this brings a little bit of word of wisdom and advice to someone to help inspire and motivate and get you to enjoy the ride with that special someone. Because it's the gentle touch that they do, the touching you in the small of your back, the smiles, gentle kiss on the forehead, the frontal lobe kiss, saying, hey, you can have this today, or we're gonna do whatever you want to do today. Just those grandeur gesture of gratitude and appreciation, and just sharing and be willing to do things with you that they don't want to do, and you vice versa, you doing the same for them. I hope this helped, and take care, y'all. We need more heroes for the younger generation, and we need to shine love, the light on those that are actually doing it and making it happen, and being the beacon of hope for the youngsters to see. We need more heroes like that. We need to shine the couples and the light on couples who are actually out there doing it. Respect, love, guidance, appreciation, gratitude. I'm grateful for all the things that I've learned, and I'm grateful for just being alive right now and being able to do this, and I hope it inspires many.